Welcome to Rad2, another daily reader for Reddit. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. TIFU by buying everyone an AncestryDNA kit and ruining Christmas. Earlier this year, AncestryDNA had a sale on their kit. I thought it would be a great gift idea, so I bought 6 of them for Christmas presents. Today my family got together to exchange presents for our Christmas Eve tradition. And I gave my mom, dad, brother, and 2 sisters each a kit. As soon as everyone opened their gift at the same time, my mom started freaking out. She told us how she didn't want us taking them because they had unsafe chemicals. We explained to her how there were actually no chemicals, but we could tell she was still flustered. Later she started trying to convince us that only one of us kids need to take it since we will all have the same results and to resell extra kits to save money. Fast forward, our parents have been fighting upstairs for the past hour, and we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad. TL. Doctor, I bought everyone in my family AncestryDNA kit for Christmas. My mom started freaking. Now our parents are fighting and my dad might not be my dad. Update. Thank you so much for all the love and support. My sisters, brother and I have not yet decided yet if we are going to take the test no matter what the results are. We will still love each other, and our parents no matter what. Update 2. Christmas isn't ruined. My foo actually turned into a Christmas miracle. Turns out my sister's father passed away shortly after she was born. A good friend of my mom's was able to help her through the darkest time in her life. And they went on to fall in love and create the rest of our family. They never told us because of how hard it was for my mom. Last night she was strong enough to share stories and photos with us for the first time. And it truly brought us even closer together as a family. This is a Christmas we will never forget. And yes, we are all excited to get our test results. Merry Christmas everyone. P.S. Sorry my mom isn't a whore. No, you're not my daddy. Excellent Christmas drama. Update us on who is your new dad. For drama, I hope it's a middle child. Or you, Snorkels 721, your dad is a great guy. Your mum got knocked up with her first but the guy bailed. Your dad stepped in and said he'll take care of her and raise the bastard as his own. Can't wait till the Father's Day update. Merry Christmas. AncestryDNA recently updated their results. Maybe 2 to 3 months ago. And I know people whose ancestry changed by up to 50%. It's possible your parents changed too. Maybe you can convince them to check again and peep at the results. Oh, please let me know which one is my dad as well. Not enough DNA test kits in the world for that. Your mom is a DNA test kit. That's some good crap right there. Love the mental image of all the kids in various states of inebriation sitting in a circle playing Guess the Bastard. Look at this guy. Look at that friggin' nose. You see the rest of us with that nose? Quote. Don't underestimate mom. This could turn into a game of who, guess who isn't a bastard. Could be the nose, could also be the fact that Jake is black. I always knew something was just a little off about Jake. He always looked at me weird when we were camping. I mean, it is OP's mom, so any of us could be the father. Ah crap, my past on Xbox comes back to haunt me. Should have listened in sex ed class and worn a condom while playing COD. The one getting fricked doesn't wear a condom, silly. Best case scenario. One of the kids has a different dad. Worst case. All of the kids have a different dad. Worst case. All the kids have a different dad. Super best case. One of the kids has a different mom and dad and they didn't want the adopted child to be outed. Best case scenario is no one is someone else's kid but the mom cheated and wasn't sure if one of them was. What if the mom isn't the mother? Question mark. And we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad. I'm sorry but that made me giggle. Well, the DNA kits should help. ... They have a good attitude. I agree. They'll be okay. Listen here, Becky, Jonathan, Tyrone, and Jessica are gonna be just fine. I had the opposite thing happen. I did 23andMe and found out that my first cousins, who I'm not close with, they were estranged for a long time from my dad's brother, also had done 23andMe because it matched us as first cousins. I told my dad this and he was like, wait, it said that Karen is your first cousin. And I was like, yeah? And he asked to see it and then he said, I have to call my brother. Turned out that my uncle has been convinced for decades that his ex-wife had an affair and his youngest daughter, Karen, wasn't really his. Turns out she has been this whole time. Holy crap, dude. Do you know if your dad's brother ever patched things up with his ex and his now confirmed biological daughter? I can't imagine either of them would forgive him. But I love a happy ending, so it wouldn't hurt to ask. 23 and someone else. I hope he wasn't a dick to Karen. Damn it, Karen. I'm sorry. Well, I can't get my childhood back now. Yeah, I did the 23andMe and all you do is spit in a tube. Not sure if Ancestry is any different. With Ancestry you inject unlabeled chemicals via syringe and then mail your feces a day later. Fun for the whole family. The funny thing is that there's actually a lot of good reasons not to take those tests. E.g. AncestryDNA owns your genetic sequence and sells the data to anyone they can. Which impacts not only your privacy and liberty, but that of all your relatives. OP's mom should have done some prior research to come up with a reasonable defense not to take them. Edit. Source. Excuse me, they own your genetic sequence. Somehow I don't see that holding up in court when it gets to that. It doesn't have to, they will have sold it hundreds of times by then. People who were just banging away in the 80s and 90s didn't see this one coming. Damn. This makes the 80s and 90s sound much more exciting than I experienced them. Like how I imagine the 60s and 70s. The 80s were crazy. A crap ton of cocaine and unprotected sex. Then AIDS had to come and ruin it for everyone. Edit. Reddit Silver. What an honor. Thank you, kind benefactor. Ha ha ha. Sorry. Not funny. But a similar thing happened with me. My mom bought both of my sister's DNA kits and when I inquired as to why I was left out, she told me my results would be the same as theirs. So I asked why she bothered getting them both the kits and she got dead serious and told me I needed to stop. Can't wait for the day it turns out it was just a buy one get one free offer and she didn't want to admit she played favorites. Lol, what? Why even get one then? Seriously, why would she even start them down that path? She's got to have like zero insight to think that it wouldn't make up ask questions. I know this is a shocker, but self-centered people willing to cheat and lie to multiple people for their entire lives usually have pretty crappy judgment. He might be adopted. Bless your heart, that is a level of positivity I didn't expect to see here. I was adopted by my grandparents and didn't know until I was older. The person I grew up with as an older sister was actually my biological mother. I think the same thing happened to Jack Nicholson. Given your parents' reaction, you weren't the one who freaked up here. Well, opening 6 DNA test kits at the same time is a move with a 1% family nuclear meltdown risk. Maybe not an F-up, but not exactly a sweater. What if the sweater said, "Are you my real dad?" Yeah, unpopular opinion but that's true. Hopefully, even if it turns one. Worst case scenario, all of the kids isn't his. He'll at least keep loving them as his own. My father also used the AncestryDNA kit. He didn't find anything unusual in the results. Exactly what he thought it would be. But something weird did happen after he checked the box to allow close matches to contact him. Well, soon after, he gets contacted by a woman he had never met who lives over 1,000 miles away from him, saying that Ancestry told her that the two of them are cousins. Genealogical records show no relation. But she told my dad that of her 3 siblings, only one of them had the expected ancestry report. Their parents were no longer living, so no one to ask. Anyway, upon further conversation, my dad finds out that when this woman was born, she lived in the same city as most of my dad's family. So he asks her to send him a picture, and he swears, it's Uncle Louis in a wig. Quote, my friend discovered through AncestryDNA that her grandpa wasn't actually her grandpa. Her actual grandpa was one of her grandparents' neighbors. Her grandparents had long since died, but her father was surprised by the news. Turns out one of his best friends growing up was also his half-brother. Edit. Typo. I think mom may have hid some things. Keep us updated on. Like another man's dick in her vagina. Jesus Christ dude, it's Christmas Eve. Another guy's candy cane in her stocking. This actually just happened to some non-direct relatives of mine. Essentially my uncles-in-laws. His brother-in-law and the wife have 3 kids who all did 23andMe. And found out the oldest girl is not his daughter, but some other guy that his wife slept with early on in their marriage. Got pregnant and thought she'd be able to hide it forever. The daughter's like 32 now, so they didn't have at-home DNA tests back then and she probably never foresaw that being a thing. Long story short, we kind of always knew because she didn't look like anyone else in that family, but when they found out they all flipped on their mom about it, and now the parents are getting divorced. Merry freaking Christmas. Felice, not your dad. Crap. Now I'm remembering how my mom didn't want me to get a 23andMe kit last Christmas. Her reasoning was that it was a waste of $99 and I could just average the results from her and my father's exam. My mom has always said that her dad was 50% Cherokee. I took the test last year and it said I was 0% Native American. My dad started to insist that the tests are wrong and everything is made up. I'm now convinced I'm adopted. Pretty sure it's not that uncommon to falsely claim native ancestry. And it's always Cherokee. Once took a DNA test that said I had a higher chance of developing Alzheimer's disease. Been trying to forget about ever since. You'll forget soon enough. I love Christmas. My family gifted me a blow-up doll for Christmas. Meet Matilda, Imager.com. My dad sent me a link to a Pornhub video when he was trying to link me to a present he wanted to get me. I work at AncestryDNA. This actually happens all the time. Edit. Wow, didn't expect this much attention. I will gladly do an armor here soon, as I finish out the holidays. Merry Christmas. You should do an armor, I bet it would blow up given how popular this dose is. You mean a TIFU by convincing everyone to pay to have their DNA entered into a global database. Don't call his mom a global database. Edit. Thanks for the gold, but I think silver would have been plenty to get into that global database. Edit 2, sweet. Now I don't have to make change with the gold. We're going to want an update on this story. These tests are wild. I have uncovered so many skeletons. It's unreal. The person I thought was my bio-grandpa was not, which means my mom died never knowing he wasn't her father. I found a sister that was adopted before me that I thought I'd never find. And now I'm trying to track down my birth father. My family is so normal and boring. I like it. Maybe you need a DNA ancestry kit. This sounds like those cheesy TV ads. Have a normal lift 3. Don't have any juicy dramas. Tired of boring family gatherings? Well then use ~flex tape. ~DNA test kit. Slap your spit in this tube and find out just how much of a whore your grandma was. Cute a badly acted kid. Wow. Grandma sure did got around. I have 16 new uncles. Thanks DNA kit. Quote. Don't feel guilty. It's not your fault your mother cheated. Plus once you find your real dad, he's legally required to back gift you for every Christmas he's missed. We don't know that for sure. Holy crap dude, it's Christmas. And Santa may have come twice in 87. Looks like this family could use something to bring them closer together. Hey you, Snorkels 721, could I send you a free copy of my new card game Tangled to help bridge the gap? It's better than the Guess the Bastard you and your siblings are probably playing right now. Look at this guy. Look at his FKIN nose. Edit. If they reply, I should probably send 2 so their new family can bond as well. Do divorce lawyers run holiday specials? I read somewhere that divorce rates spike. Some say double in January, meaning the holidays tend to push more people in that direction. So yes, they could. But why raise the rates in January, then put a sale on in September for back to school? I feel like this may also be due to people putting off inevitable divorces until after Xmas and New Year. Hey, your mom is the one who caused this, not you. Do not let her shift blame to you like it is your fault. She is the one who may have cheated. Just remember, whoever it is, the guy who raised you is still your dad. He might not be your biological father, but he is your dad. Personal bonds and stronger than blood. Edit. Went to watch Muppets Christmas and when I came back this exploded. Thanks for the first silver. I don't know what it does, but I am very thankful. I always grew up knowing family friends better than blood relatives. I don't know half of my aunt's names, and they probably care less about me than I do of them. The people you know best matter the most. It doesn't matter if it is a stepfather, a best friend, your significant other, or anyone else close to you. Those close to you are your real family, regardless of blood. 3.1k comments. My ex had blood type AB. She told me her dad had blood type O+. I told her that didn't work. Her mom admitted that her dad wasn't her dad. Fricked my birthday right up. My sister and I both took tests a while ago. My parents just got their results in last week. My mom sighed big time when my dad matched with my sister. She cheated on him just before she got pregnant. Did you have any inkling, clue that someone may have had a different father? One of the siblings was black. How to break up a family, Part 1. Please give us a Part 2. PS sorry about that situation. True story. My husband's grandfather is not my husband's grandfather. Also the mystery of why my mother-in-law doesn't look like her sisters was solved all thanks to these kits. I was at an eclipse party, and met a guy with a very interesting 23andMe story. He was adopted, and had taken the test a couple of years ago. To his surprise, he had something like 10 half-siblings from his father's side, from all over the country. After contacting them, he learned that his bio father was a serial rapist that had never been caught. Last Christmas, I gave you a test the very same day. We found out we don't have the same DNA. Thanks for watching Rad2. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. If you like these videos, check out the original Rad channel.